this bike started. And right now we're just passing Fredrika, and I think it's Elven here. And I'm heading up to the Trans-European Trail, the TET Section 5 here. It's about, I think I got about another 40-50 kilometers to the start of the Section 5. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, looking forward to it. It's about 1,000 kilometers, and it goes all the way up to the very peak of Sweden and through Finland and then up through Norway. And now I won't be riding that long, but this is more like a test run to make sure that everything's in order and I have everything I need so that I'll be able to do this well, basically. So I kind of want to do Section 5 and up through Norway this year. So this time I think I'll do about 200 kilometers today, tomorrow is Saturday, maybe longer. I don't know. I kind of have an open schedule. I have some stuff I have to do with backpacking light, of course, but I can do a lot of that on my phone now. And so now it's just about driving, and that's pretty exciting. So I'll plug back in once I get to the start of the TET Section 5. I want pizza. Whew. Så, ja, men men det kan ringa och berätta för dem så att han känner sig lugn. Just nu utan går runt och snackar jag tänker om du ringer och förklarar att du har koll.
keeping my helmet and shit on because it's ridiculously mosquitoes everywhere. Not gonna bother trying to jump that. Just want to see what's down here. It's worth the effort if I go back up, pitch my tent up there instead, which is probably more worth it. Even though this isn't too bad. Pretty easy to ride up in this. You can see I'm not alone in riding up. And the idea of riding it either. You can see somebody's been here recently. Not really the best place to pitch a tent, but not too bad actually. Now, ooh, that's lovely. Watching the Spain versus Germany quarterfinals of the Euros. We've got a really beautiful spot here along Moto. I could have driven a few more hours, but I really wanted to watch the Euros, so I stopped here and I fished a bit and watching the Euros and just kind of relaxing here in my little tent. Now this isn't on the TET, but once you get up here to Malo, then there's just a lot of like wind shelters and so on that kind of follow Malo river. And well, if you just go off the trail a bit, you'll find a few places. That's a really nice spot here. I'll show you. Kind of see that.
And Morata will put the ball out of play with two Spanish players in need of treatment here. That's been an aggressive start to the game. Probably would have expected this. Both sides look to press each other when they can.
Cheers.
The tackles are going to fly in.
Oh, breakfast today, coffee. I'm sitting on a motorcycle all day, I just don't get as hungry, so I don't eat as much. Now if I'm hiking, then I'll wake up, make coffee, pack everything, and then I'll walk for about an hour, and then I'll eat breakfast. But when I'm motorcycling, I don't get hungry. I'll probably eat lunch a little later. Seems about right. Yeah, can never have too much coffee. If it's like a syrup, then I'm happy. Been thinking about moving to the U.S., be closer to my family. United States. It's been 23 years since I lived in the States. Obviously, I've been back and visited a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, but now I'm looking at moving, bringing my family with me. Maybe do the same thing I do here, you know, sell lightweight equipment, sell maybe backpacking gear, some of my own brands, that kind of thing. But it's a daunting process, to say the least. It's a lot of bureaucracy to go through. I'm joking with my wife, I had kids, I just leave them at the southern border and let them come in. It'd probably be easier. I mean, it is about it's going to be a year process at the least for my wife. A lot of paperwork that needs to be done. I don't want to split up the family, but it would be nice to be close to my mom and dad and brother and his family for a while. Let my kids experience them for some time. And besides, you look at Sweden, you look at these videos like, oh wow, that's got to be the best place on earth. And it is. From about beginning of May to the end of September, Sweden's the best place on earth. The rest of the time it's just cold, dark, and winter. At least up here where I live. I live up in northern Sweden, so of course we get even less sun. So I'd like to go somewhere it's a bit warmer during the winter months. But there's not a lot of this in Alabama that I could see. Just like the proper freedom where you can just kind of go out and do your thing, not be hassled or bothered. Maybe it exists in Montana, but maybe parts of Utah, but not in Alabama that I know of. But I'll have plenty of time. Now, I'm not from Alabama.
my parents and brother moved there when I moved to Sweden, or at least my brother did. My parents moved there about 6 years ago. I like it there. It's warm, beautiful country, clean cities. No, I like Alabama. So that's where I'm going to bring my kids. It's right there, basically camping out on my parents' lawn, so that my kids get a chance to really meet them. So, anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee and my morning here. It's the third day on the TET, the TET Trans-European Trail here, northern Sweden. Now this was more of a test run because I wanted to make sure. I was a little uncertain about certain things, but everything's in order, everything works. Need to do a little tune-up on my bike. Something strange there. When I'm shifting gears, they don't always pop into place, so that could be a problem, you know, if you're stuck in mud. Probably just have to change some things in there, but it'll work itself out. Older bikes are pretty easy to work on. Yeah, anyway, cheers. Look at me. Look out there. Nicer.